The Rulebreakers loading screen is now here. It was dropped today, Thursday, 6 PM UK time, and we are going to be breaking it down in this video. So taking a look, first of all, we do have a right wing player. Now, traditionally, you would expect this to be a player, the gold card, to have less than 88 pace because they are going to be receiving an upgrade in pace. However, it's not necessarily going to be like that with this Rulebreakers promo. In fact, we know it's not going to be like that. It could definitely be someone who's got above 90 pace, but they are going to be getting a downgrade in that certain stat, and they are going to be getting an upgrade in a different stat instead, which should suggests in shooting. So we do actually have a leaked card to be coming out tomorrow. If we go over on Twitter, Donk did actually tweet it, and the source of this underlying source is actually the person who did go ahead and leak the Pedro flashback, Titi flashback, and also in fact Kante today. It is actually Top Foot FIFA. So I do think here it is, Ousmane Dembele. I do think we are going to be seeing an Ousmane Dembele, and he could potentially look a little bit like this. This is just a concept card. Again, the rating is just a prediction, and it's just a concept. These stats as well are purely just predictions, but we have applied the 88 pace and the 86 shooting. It would make sense because he is going to be getting an downgrade in pace and an upgrade in shooting, and it makes sense that those two stats are the face stats that EA Sports have actually went ahead and included. Now, it could technically be any different right wing player. It could maybe be Chiesa. I doubt it's going to be someone who's already got a special. Even if they've got a once to watch card, I still think that is a special enough. Let's give it to someone else who hasn't even got any specials yet. So Sane is written off. He's had a road to the knockout, for example. Adama Traore, potentially it could be. So there's definitely a chance it could be other players as well. But the Ousmane Dembele, regardless, I think is going to be released. The question is it going to be him with 88 pace and 86 shooting? I definitely think that is a possibility. So definitely keep an eye out on him. It could potentially be this Ousmane Dembele. Then next up, we are going to be looking at the middle player. It is going to be English Liverpool 90 pace. Now, it does actually narrow it down incredibly. There's not that many cards that it could be. English and also Liverpool, you can probably think of the players off the top of your head. We do have Trent Alexander-Arnold as the highest rated one and definitely the most hyped one in my opinion. We do also have Jordan Henderson. I strongly doubt it's going to be him. Joe Gomez, I think there's a shot it could be him. And then we just have James Milner and Chamberlain. Now, Joe Gomez and Trent are definitely the main two that I think it could be. However, you've got to think about it. These loading screen players are to hype up the promo, and it is actually to be the best player that is probably going to be in Rulebreakers Team 1. Last week, or the week before last loading screen, I do believe the main player was actually Sane. So again, that is a very hyped player. If for it to be Milner or someone like that, I don't think it would be hyped at all. A Joe Gomez could be decent, but I still think a Trent Alexander-Arnold here as the main player would definitely be pushing people to spend FIFA points, and that would be definitely the correct type of card that EA Sports would want to be pushing. And this is a potential card that we have made for Trent Alexander-Arnold. That dynamic image, by the way, my designer Marcel did an absolutely astonishing job in my opinion. This card definitely looks like a card that could be the main player in Rulebreakers Team 1, and I'm definitely vouch for that. So I do think Ousmane Dembele, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and then we do have an Austrian player. 86 rating could help us out when we actually take a look at the Austrian players. Also remember 89 dribbling. It cannot be Alaba, definitely not, because he already has an inform, so in this team of the week, so it's impossible for him to get it. Sabitzer, there is a chance, but I think it would have probably been a larger upgrade if it were to be Sabitzer. Then we do mainly have Lema and Arnautovic. Now, for the same reason like we spoke about Trent Alexander-Arnold, I think Lema, sometimes he always just finds his way into a promo team, and I think this Lema is going to be getting a card quite early on. I think he's definitely more hyped than Arnautovic. It does make more sense though for Arnautovic maybe to get more dribbling, but I'm still hoping that it is going to be Lema, and EA Sports are sort of trying to switch him from a CDM into more of maybe a cam. That is the whole point of this Rulebreakers promo. So the final players that I'm going to be going for, whilst we pull up this Lema that we did actually get from the designer a little bit last minute. It's slowly loading in. You serious? Well, I guess the anticipation is definitely being built up here, but I reckon Lema is probably going to be the 86 rated card, just like I said, for the Rulebreakers promo. Sabitzer, Alaba cannot really be them in my opinion, and Arnautovic and Lema. I think between them, I do think Lema is probably going to be that card. So I'm hoping that this is going to be the cards that we are going to be seeing tomorrow, and I do think that is pretty decent. It is going to be pretty hyped in my opinion. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.